give me a moment. Let me inform them. Okay. All right. Speak again, please. Let me hear you.
Oh, good evening.
Wow. Ah, your voice is low. How we go do? Um, because it's basically you that's going to be talking. Yeah, people want to hear
Okay,
your
I'll try
story. Yeah.
shouting.
Do you have earphones?
Yes, I do.
Let's try it and see.
Okay, hold up.
Okay.
Are you
Yeah.
hearing
Try.
me?
Mm, speak again.
Are you hearing me?
Ah, still the same. Oh God.
Oh no.
Um,
Let me try the other one.
you have to make sure that the earphones have like a microphone so that when you do talk, you just
Yes, they
this.
do have.
Oh, wow. Okay. Um, we're just gonna
Let me
have
try.
to manage. Okay, you want to try another one, Abi?
Yeah. You hearing me?
It's the same thing.
Oh no.
Would heights. I think it's even lower than if you just take off the headphones and we're gonna do it. Okay. Testing, testing. Give me a rap. Give me one of your raps. Sharp, sharp. Hit me with a verse. Are you shy?
Yeah, I was lost in the crowd. This is what grace does, speaking from the crowd. Make you a king and leave you with the crown. Yeah.
Or
I was lost in the crowd. This is what grace does, speaking from the crowd. Make you a king and leave you with the crown. I'm
nice.
good with that right now.
Nice one. Oh,
Yeah.
see, I'm going to stress you today. You're going to have to like really speak loud. Like,
Okay.
yes, I'm just praying that at the end of this, the volume will be fine. Okay,
Okay.
we have some people. Hello, hi, Noah Wonders. Hi, Simply Gyang. I don't know, is that a gang like me? Oh, you're from India. Okay, hi, how are you? All
Yeah.
right. I don't like to waste too much time because I really want to spend the time having this conversation. So I'm just going to start. Good
Okay.
evening, beautiful souls. Welcome to the free conversations where we open the door to healing, hope, and honest truth. My name is Ruby Gyang. I'm an artist, I'm a believer, I'm a mentor. I am a lover of storytelling and finding out what's going under the surface. And more than anything, I'm a seeker of freedom. You see, I believe that when we share our stories, we break chains, not just for ourselves, but for those who are silently suffering. Tonight is no exception. We are going deep. We're talking addiction, we're talking pain, we're talking identity and breakthrough. We're talking freedom, the real kind of freedom. And joining me tonight is a voice that carries the weight of transformation. Rapper, songwriter, and Web3 enthusiast, Wisdom Yaknan. Did I say that right?
Yeah, you did.
I did. Hey, this young man's journey is raw, it's real. It's a real example of how God's law, of how God meets us in the ashes and raises us up in purpose. So get comfy, open your heart, and maybe keep some tissues close. This conversation, it's going to shift something inside of you. But before we dive into the deep end, we're going to lighten things a little bit. My first question for you, Yaknan, is what's one word your friends would use to describe you?
Um, curious and adventurous. Sorry.
Curious and adventurous. Between curious and
Yeah.
adventurous, which one is the stronger word?
Adventurous.
Adventurous, right? Nice.
Yeah.
What would you say is the most adventurous thing you've ever done?
Um, I seek for solutions on issues that affect us.
I
My
beg that
God.
one I just yans. Give me the one scenario of the most adventurous thing you've ever done. A
One
proper example.
scenario. Okay, I I really can't just say it's one word like that. Uh,
So there are too many. All right,
yeah,
fine. So the first thing you do in the morning, do you pick up your phone and do you pray? Be honest. Be honest.
yeah. The first thing I do in the morning, I pray.
You pray.
Yeah.
Okay. You're an artist, so I think this is like a duh question, but what is one song you've had on repeat lately?
One song I heard on repeatedly is "Here for You"
By
by Elima.
Ehima.
Elima.
Elima. Okay. Me,
Yes,
I've been
ma'am.
listening to a lot. There's this song with two of my favorite people now, K Strings and hey, what's that guy's name? Oh, I forgot him. I love his voice. It's called Godia Gareka.
Okay.
Yes, and Limo Blaze. Those three. Beautiful song. Have you heard it?
No.
Oh, you should check it out. Go to Limo Blaze's page. It's really dope.
Okay,
It's
I will.
Hausa. This course is in Hausa. Then they're all really good. Okay, if you had to rap battle one Bible character, who would it be?
One Bible character.
If you had to do a rap battle with a Bible
Yeah,
character,
it will be David, King David,
why him?
because his lines are very, very dope. So I could.
Okay, you know what? Drop some for us right now. Give us a little something. Let's say I'm David and we're rap battling. Let's go.
Well, I'm not good in I didn't write right now.
Just give me something, bro. Think of one of your raps
Mm,
you've written that you think would be good to use in a rap battle.
I don't rap battle actually.
But from your raps, if you were going to pick one of you, because a lot of people they actually write the verses, they
Yeah.
pull from stuff they have already written. So from stuff you've already written, if you're gonna have a rap, I'm putting you on the spot, bro, with King David here and now. What's it looking like?
Actually, King.
God,
um.
okay, anything.
Uh,
Okay, okay. So wow, okay, we're already 30 minutes in. Ah, no, I'm not waiting for anybody. We're going in. So I want to start the origin story, right? First off, why did you reach out to me, to share the story? Because it's deeply personal, it's very private. A lot of people wouldn't want to put out this experience. Why did you choose to reach out to me?
well, why I reach out to you is I've been looking for platforms and I've been doing that. I really want to reach out to people who are struggling with drug addiction and
Yeah.
so on. So my film I've told my story and it has been inspiring to people and all of that.
Mm,
So I'm looking for platforms and more to be able to reach out to those people struggling with addiction out there.
fantastic, fantastic. Is that something you see very common around you now?
Um,
People dealing with that issue,
yes, of course.
right?
Very, very common. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's go back to the beginning of your story, right? Not just where things went wrong, but before you were who you were be before but who you were before the struggle, right? So tell me about your upbringing. What was life like in Rukuba Barak, Basa, and how did your journey into music begin?
Okay, my life in Basa, actually growing up, it was really, really not good because my
Really?
dad, yeah, it was really not good. My dad was a soldier and he drinks. So my
Ah,
mom, she's not always around. She's a teacher.
okay.
So growing up, I don't have anybody to talk to. My elder ones, they just play around and they don't even pay attention to me and all of those things.
Mm,
So growing up was not really fun to me. There was
Mm-hmm.
this um I was even molested when I was a kid. Nobody knows. My mom didn't know till today. I haven't told my
Wow.
mom. My
Wow.
innocence
But
was
male
picked
or female?
out of female.
Wow.
Yeah, she called me in to give me food and all of those things. So my innocence was
She
just
took
chipped off
advantage of you.
at a young age.
Please,
Yeah,
can you speak
but
louder? I can't. You're gonna have to shout.
okay. So that was what happened. So my parents don't even know about that, but still I kept on pushing and got to some point, and there was nobody to talk to. So the whole thing was not really good. But I thank God. Later on, my mom started going to church. She was able
Mm,
to teach us some godly ways, teach us
mm,
how to read the Bible,
mm.
and so on and so forth. So things started changing. But then, you know, all those strongholds are built inside of one's mind, and you just
Yes.
couldn't escape it just like that. So
Wow. Wow.
by
Okay. So
first
I
then,
want to you mentioned two things that stand out to me. One was your dad's addiction.
yeah,
He drank a lot, right? And
yeah.
then you being molested, right? When you saw your dad and how he was, how did that affect you? What was going through your mind if you can go back there, and what was that like?
That was like I when I went back there. I was saying I don't want to be like my dad. I was saying
Yeah.
that and seeing my dad just don't care about the family and all of those
Yeah.
things. So I'm saying I don't want to be like my dad, but
Yeah.
it
I
has
mean,
it's
we
keep
mirror see. So
there.
okay,
So
when
that
interesting, because we're seeing trauma upon trauma. You have the experience with the that molested you, right? When it first
yeah,
happened, can you remember what that felt like? How it made you feel?
yeah. When it first happened, I I didn't feel anything because I didn't feel anything actually. But later on, it started affecting my thoughts and emotions.
Hmm.
I'll just try to run away from people, try to stay alone, thinking that was not okay. But then
Hmm.
I couldn't speak out because I don't have the platform with my parents to talk about
Yes.
all of these things. So that was what happened. I was I went through a lot, but just didn't know how to express them.
Okay. If I may ask, how old were you when that happened, the molestation?
Okay, I really can't remember the age though, but
Were you in primary school,
um,
secondary school?
it was my primary school.
Okay, so definitely under 12 years old.
Yeah, from 12 years, 13, 14, yeah, 12 years, 11, like that.
12, 11. Okay, got you,
Yeah.
got you. Wow. So sorry. All right. So tell me about how you first got introduced to drugs.
Okay.
What was the first thing?
Okay, the first thing was my friend came to my house one morning and
How
he
old
was
were
like,
you?
mm, I was in JSS Street then. I was,
14,
let me
15.
say, I was 14, 15, like that. Yeah.
Mm,
So he came to the house and he was like, he got something for me to test. That was weed. That was the first time. So he said I
mm,
should try this out. It will be mind blowing. And I
mm.
said, okay. So then I tried it. I didn't feel anything. So the next day he came again and I said he should bring it, let me try so that because the first time I didn't feel anything. So let me try it again. So the second time then I felt something. Yeah,
How
I
did you
felt
feel?
that like I felt so it was not good, not bad, but I felt like my eyes were opened and
Hmm.
I I was able to see something different from my picture. So I I I even told God that he should excuse me, that I wanted to go and feel how the world is.
Oh,
That was
you
how it
even
was.
you knowingly bounced.
Like knowingly, like I that was the feelings I got from it though. So that
Mm.
was why that was the
So it was
feelings I
kind of
got.
like it kind of opened. It was like, thing. This has opened a whole new world for me. Let me go and explore what this world looks like.
Oh yeah, 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 of course.
Wow. Okay. This actually leads to my second, right? So from weed, where did it advance to? What was the
From
next
reading
drug?
drugs, tramadol,
Wow.
and
How old were you at
codeine.
the time?
I was 16, 17. I was
So were you in a
advancing.
day school, boarding school?
No, I was in a day school, commanding secondary school.
Okay. And how could you afford to get these things?
Yeah, when I was in JSG, I used to fix phones. So
Wow.
it's a kind of the money was not my issue, but then
Mm,
I used to like ask my mom, and they'll ask me for something and I'll just lie to them. I'll lie.
mm,
Sometimes like I just pick it when I see it from in their bags and just go
wow.
and do my thing.
When did you buy? Okay, so we're talking, we started weed, then codeine, tramadol. Was there anything else beyond that?
Mm, like Exo 5 and even
What is that?
alcohol.
Okay, of course. What is XL5 or XO5?
Exo 5.
What is that?
Yeah, it looks like Panadol, but the
What's
high
the
is
feeling it
different.
gives?
The feeling is gives like you become outside, but inside of you is violent. It
Wow.
gives that feeling. Yeah.
So how did you handle? Okay, so would you say that taking these things was helping you to avoid all the stuff that you had dealt with, like your experiences, you know,
Yeah, I was feeling like those stuffs were helping me to suppress them, to keep those thoughts
mm,
far from me, but not knowing I was going deep into something
deeper and
that
deeper
was
and deeper?
harming
Okay.
me. Yeah.
So, was there a moment, right, when you realized, okay, I'm now addicted? When was that time that you knew?
Yeah, I noticed I was addicted just 2 to 3 months into it. Knew that I was addicted. Then
And you were,
I
and there was no like intention to stop. It was just like me, I'm doing this, or did you reach
there
out
was
for
intention
help?
to stop it. There was intentions to
Okay.
stop it. I tried to stop, but to no avail. I will still see myself
Mm,
going deeper and deeper into it.
yes. Yes.
Yeah. I'll do 2 days, I'll stop. I even tell my friends, I mean I've stopped though, you people are still in this, I'll just but then I'll still
Yes.
find myself doing it again. That's
Back
how
there.
it goes. Yeah.
Okay.
Continued for years.
Um. This is very interesting, right? So addiction, right? It doesn't just attack our habits. It's like it goes after identity. It makes us forget who we are in God. Like you mentioned before that you told God, I'm taking a break. I want to
Yeah.
go chase this thing and see what that's like, right? So can
Yeah.
you walk me through the moments or the season when things got really dark? And then, we'll continue from there.
Okay, when things really got dark,
Or bad,
oh, it was really hard though. So well,
Mhm.
when things really got bad, I forgot who I am, who I was.
Mm,
I
mm.
accepted drugs as this is who I am now.
Yes,
I just
yes,
want to take this. So there's no amount of advice anybody can tell me to stop. Now I
yeah.
know how to use it. I know how to
Mm.
calm myself with it, and
Wow, wow.
yes,
All the various combinations.
yes, I know how to combine them. I'll take this, smoke
Wow.
cigarettes, and calm myself, and all of those things.
Okay, wait,
So
please
I was
walk me through this. If you wanted to hype yourself, what were you taking? If you wanted to calm yourself, what were you doing?
When I wanted to calm myself, I used to take codeine.
Ah,
Then
I
I'll
see.
just
Okay,
then with cigarette, I'll just calm myself. I'll just be smoking
okay,
cigarette and
I
using
see.
the
Then to hype yourself, what were you taking?
to hype myself. I'll take tramadol and weed,
Wow.
bro.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so back to when when things really got dark. What was life like at that time?
At that time, I felt rejected. People around me,
Mm,
my sister, everybody
okay.
was just fighting me. So
What of your
I started
parents?
running away from them. Yeah, I started running away from them. Starting entering into a shield that
Mm,
I don't know how I got in there.
mm,
So my community, everybody around me was just this guy is a bad person and
yeah.
all of those. So I
Mm,
it wasn't easy though. So
wow.
I felt
Imagine.
rejected and nobody loves me
Yeah.
anymore. The
Mm,
community I was stigmatized. No, with
wow.
some of my friends we that we were together before I started. They stopped talking
Yeah.
to me. They stopped
Hi.
talking to me. They went far from me
Mhm.
and all of those things. I don't
Obviously,
go to
church was not an option.
church was I wasn't going to church.
Wow.
So because at times why church was not an option, I feel I've gone deep into this. If I go to church, they can't help me,
Mm,
and because
wow. Wow.
so I
Wow.
just
Wow. Wow.
okay, let me just continue my life. Let me
Yeah,
just
this
do
is just my thing. This is me. Okay.
yeah.
So, what started to shift? How did the change begin?
Well, the change actually begins. There was a scenario when we did something bad, so they took us to the police cell. I was
Wow. What
locked.
did you guys do? Or is this secret? Secret?
We stole.
Oh my God. What did you steal and where?
We stole in my area.
What did you steal now?
Not mention.
Was it
Not
something
mention.
dumb or
Yeah,
something
very,
big?
very dumb. We stole goods.
Ah, God, you don't try, bro. You don't. What? Stole a goat. How many goats?
Just one. And we
Oh my
sold
God.
it. We sold it. We shared the
Was it to get
money. So
drugs?
yes, it was to get drugs.
Mm. So they
It was to
arrested you
get drugs.
guys.
Yeah, so they arrested us. They they took us to the cell. So they found the person that we sold the gold to. He came, returned the gold, and it was like we're going to pay money. So they paid. So after then,
Who did you
after
call? Who came and bailed you out?
my dad, and
Wow.
my
What did he
mom. Both
say?
of them.
What did they say?
They didn't say anything at that moment. They just said, "Why did I do such like that?"
Yeah.
But that was what happened. But that was not the first thing I was doing bad though in the
Mm.
community.
What else were you
So, but
doing?
that
What
was
else?
there was a point I was becoming a nuisance to the community and
Like an
I
area
would
boy.
like confirm area boy,
Mm.
street
Wow.
boys.
Crazy. Looking at
You
you, I would not suspect.
I do stuff and so many things. I stole from somebody his money and they caught
Mm,
me, they beat me in the streets.
mm.
I was
Wow.
that bad. Yeah.
But was it that the desire for drug was so strong that you were willing to risk, anything
Anything,
just to get? Wow.
anything, just to get them drugs. Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking about the shift. You said is when, okay, you've stolen, they'll catch you, they'll beat you, but this time finally you were in jail. And I think you mentioned you were in jail for a few days. What was that like?
Yeah, for like 4 days. It was like hell though, because
Yeah.
the place was really, really messy.
Yes.
We
Or you were in
place where
proper
we sleep.
prison or at the cell?
No, just cell, yeah, just cell, not proper prison.
Okay.
So the place was really messy. We can urinate where we sleep and all of those
Ah,
things. If rain will fall, it can touch us and all of those things. No
yeah.
blanket, nothing, nothing.
So sleeping on the
So
floor.
yeah.
Wow.
So
Wow.
we were even asking some police officers to get us drugs, but they were like, no, they can't get us drugs, only alcohol. But alcohol was not doing the thing.
Yes. Yes.
So alcohol was
Wow.
not doing the thing. So
Yeah.
so when we got out of the cell, then I was going home with my friend that we did it together. We were going home and he told me that him is going to change, he's going to stop all of those things that he has
Mhm.
been doing. And I said, me actually, I'm not going to stop. Rather, it has gotten into me. I'll go harder on this. I'll
Wow.
I'll go harder on this. So I said okay. Then I continued. But deep down inside of me, I was saying, this is not me. I'm becoming
Mm.
something
Mm.
wild. I was saying that inside of me, but outside I'm saying the other thing.
Mhm.
So
Mhm. Mhm.
and I said, this is not me, but still I've decided to go hard on this.
Mm.
So I continued taking drugs, alcohol, and
Mhm.
all of those things.
Mhm.
I even met my guys. How far those people will do me this thing? How far now? They don't play scores, so upon
Mm.
saying that me even commit to, you know how it be now.
Mm.
So so that is how I continued. Then it got to a point like a week after that scenario when I went to the ghetto and my friends started running from me. Like Alpha, see this guy, Alpha, we dey run this thing together. Which one be you dey run? You can't just be
Mhm.
like say you better pass me. Because I
Kind
don't
of your
say
own guys. These
eh.
are your accomplices. You went to jail.
Yeah.
Ah, God.
And why na dey do this thing? Na dey like say na better pass me. Make I know the
Yeah.
reason. Then they started running from me.
Wow.
So a day in that week, I went to the ghetto. I was smoking. So I just finished smoking and I stood up and I felt like I wanted to run mad. Everybody in the street was
Wow.
looking at me. Like something was telling me I should start running. People are coming for me just like that.
Wow.
So in the market, I saw that everybody was looking at me in the market. So
Mhm.
something told me run, run, and I was like, no, I will not run. So I struggled. I walked to the road. I
Mhm.
stopped the bike, and the bike carried. I told him I'm going home, federal locals. So he took me. I was going. Then we got to a church, and I just told the bike to stop. So the bike just stopped. I now paid him. I now paid him. I was on short knicker, like swagger dress now. I'm not supposed to enter church with that kind of dressing.
Mhm.
But then they still it was on a Tuesday. It was on a Tuesday service.
Yeah.
So I went to the church. I got in, they allowed me in. But now me stepping in the church, it was like the pastor just switched his message and started talking to me. Like he
Mm.
was talking directly to me, but he was just pinpointing my problems and trying to give me self-realization
Mm.
message and stuff like that. So I sat and he finished preaching, the church closed, and he came to me and was like, hey, how are you? He called me man of God and I was like, why this man call me man of God? And he just said, then I left. When I got those words keep ringing in my ear, they didn't leave
Mhm.
me. So they kept on ringing and ringing. So I I now the the trauma and the 2 months, like I feel like something was growing inside my head. I'm going to run
Mm,
mad if I don't stop this thing. So
mm,
I locked myself inside. I have supply, some weed inside of me, some drugs. So I I got into my room and I said, God, I really want to stop this thing, and I've been trying to do that. Please, can you help me? Because I can't do this on my own. I've tried it. So I got to a point when I said, it's either I try doing it, I die doing it, or I stop. So that was what happened. So I got up, I took the weed that now I'm having in me. I went to the toilet, I flushed the drugs, I flushed them, and I said, this thing won't kill me. I'd rather die trying to stop it all. I won't go back. So but I prayed that prayer. I said, God, you help me. So that was how it started. So from that day, God has been helping me. I was able. Hello, mom. So yeah.
Come on, bro. I'm you know OGO. Well, you really your fans. We deal with you, sure. We deal with you, sure. How about you go chop mini mini chin chin? All these things that you do is always chop chin chin. I'll go in place.
Yeah.
When they go my they go house.
Okay.
Okay, and
Yeah.
I can't make it that eat.
That is a real deal.
So where's the man come back?
All right.
Yo,
Mm.
you look smart. You sabi speak English. I confirm you today. Bro, you speak English. You know. Oh, God. I didn't have I for come back. You know what I'm saying? What I'm like.
What happened?